forgotten, to the exiled, to the ones who carry pain behind the silence. This is not for the world. This is for you. You've been lied to, beaten by the world, buried in your own mind. And yet, you're still here, still breathing, still burning. Welcome to the truth they never wanted you to know. Welcome to the rise of the monster they swore you'd never survive. They expected you to stay quiet. They expected you to break under the pressure. They expected you to fold, disappear, give up. Because that's what they would have done. They underestimated you. They saw your pain and thought it made you weak. They saw your silence and mistook it for surrender. But you were never surrendering. You were sharpening. Sharpening your anger, sharpening your grief, sharpening your will. You were taught to hide your pain, to suppress it, to pretend it didn't shape you. But let me tell you something they'll never admit. Your pain is your power. Every scar, every betrayal, every time they looked you in the eyes and saw nothing worth saving, that was the beginning, not the end. You didn't survive the storm. You became it. You didn't fall apart. You fell into form. They tried to destroy you, and in doing so, they forged something they could never control. They will call you evil when you refuse to be controlled. They will call you heartless when you choose logic over emotion. They will call you a monster when you put yourself first, because they only love you when you are convenient. But the monster is not chaos. The monster is correction. The monster is the answer to a world that thrives on silence and obedience. You are not cruel. You are cold. You are focused. You are what must be. And yes, it's terrifying, because when you finally stop trying to be loved, you become unshakable. Here's the truth they don't want you to hear. You were never broken. You were betrayed. You were manipulated into hating your own fire. They taught you that your emotions were too much, that your ambition was dangerous, that your need to rise was arrogance. Because they were afraid of what you'd become if you ever realized your true power. They feared the day you'd stop explaining yourself, the day you'd stop asking for permission, the day you'd stop kneeling and start rising. And now, that day is here. You are not the same. You no longer owe them understanding. You no longer owe them softness. You no longer shrink to make others comfortable. You are the consequence. Let them talk. Let them fear. Let them pray you never show up in full power. And then show up anyway. You were never meant to be like them. You were never meant to be normal. You were meant to bend reality with your will. From this moment forward, you burn every excuse. You bury every old version of yourself that begged to be accepted. You delete the need for validation, and you rise with discipline, with darkness, with detachment. They threw fire at you, and you became the inferno. They buried you alive, and you became the root of something immortal. They tried to kill you quietly, but now your silence is louder than any scream. This is your moment, not to become what they wanted, but to become what you were always destined to be. Monsters don't ask for directions. They don't beg to be understood. They walk into chaos and make it kneel. You are not the villain. You are the response, the manifestation of every lie, every abandonment, every shattered belief, now sculpted into something they cannot explain and cannot defeat. Let them fear you. Let them hate you, because fear is just respect covered in lies. And now they will learn. You are not a survivor. You are not a hero. You are not a victim. You are the monster they swore you'd never survive. They feared your fire. Now they'll burn in your shadow.